Welcome, third graders, to our lesson on the United States, Canadian, Mexican, and Caribbean currency. So we have looked at all of our before questions for the 4 different countries, and we are going to dive into reading more about each of the currencies in the countries and how they're similar and different. So open up your economics packet to the United States currency reading section. So we're going to be in the United States first. So you're going to go ahead and open up in your packet, and it is going to be on page 7. Follow along as we read and learn about our currency. Money in the United States is made by 2 different agencies. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing produces bills, and the United States Mint produces coins. So one agency does bills and one agency does coins. The basic monetary unit in the United States is the dollar. The dollar sign, which is that S with a line through it, is used to show money amounts. US dollars and the USD, same thing, are used to distinguish the United States dollar from other kinds of dollars. As we're going to learn, there's other countries that have dollars. So a US with a dollar sign or a USD stands for United States. The dollar is divided into 100 cents, or 100 pennies equals $1. There are $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100 bills. There is also a $2 bill that is not used very much. For almost 70 years, all of the bills looked very much the same. They all had the same green color and very similar designs. In 2003, all of the bills, except the $1 bill, were redesigned or redone to add some different colors. The portraits on the fronts of the bills were made larger. Portraits are the pictures of the people. The numbers on the back showing the amount of the bill were made larger too. So in 2003, we added some more color. We changed the portrait to be bigger and the amount to be bigger. United States coins come in 1 cent a penny, 5 cents a nickel, 10 cents a dime, 25 cents a quarter, and 50 cents, which is half-dollar pieces. The United States also started making a new gold color $1 coin in 2000. Some of you might have seen that. The penny is copper colored and the rest of the coins are silver colored. All of the cent coins have a picture of a former president on the front. The $1 coin has either a president or Sacagawea on the front. The backs of quarters have many different designs, showing landmarks and scenes from each state. And if you have an older quarter, it would have an eagle. The value of each coin is written on the back. Our paper currency is very durable. Remember, durable means lasts. A dollar bill can be folded 4,000 times before it will tear. A coin can last 30 years. A $1 bill lasts about 5 years, but a $100 bill lasts 15 years. $100 bills last longer because they're not passed from one person to another as many times as $1 bills are. We don't see them as often. Here are some pictures of our coins, or of our dollars, of our currency. So you can see there is a different president on the front. Except for the $1 bill, all of their faces are much larger, as well as the amount of money. And here are our coins. We have a half dollar, quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies, and the $1 coin. All right, let's turn to Canadian currency. The basic monetary unit in Canada is the Canadian dollar. Canadians use a dollar sign like the dollar sign used in the US to refer to their money. Now, though, they put that C in front of it, so C dollar sign or CAD is used to tell the Canadian dollar apart from other dollars. Remember, the US had a US dollar sign or USD. Canadian is C or CA. The Canadian dollar is divided into 100 cents, so that's the same. Canadian bills are different colors, making them easy to tell apart. There are $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100 bills. So they're different colors and they don't have a $1 bill. In 1989, Canada stopped printing $1 and $2 bills. They have been replaced with coins. Canadian bills are printed on polymer, which is a kind of plastic paper that is very long lasting and hard to tear. The bills also have a series of raised dots in the upper right corner to help visually impaired people identify which kind of bill it is. Canadian dollars have a famous person on the front and different plants and animals found in Canada on the back. The value of the bill is written on the back. So the Canadian bills are on a polymer type of paper. They are different colors. They have a famous person and plants and animals on them. Canadian coins come in 1 cent, a penny, 5 cents a nickel, 10 cents a dime, and 25 cents a quarter pieces, same as ours. The penny stopped being made in 2013. There is also a $1 and a $2 coin. Remember, because they stopped printing the $1 and $2 bill. The $1 coin is an 11-sided gold-colored coin called the loonie. It is called the loonie because one side has a picture of a loon, which is a common water bird in Canada. The Canadian $2 coin, called a toonie, is gold-colored in the middle with a silver-colored ring around the outside. The word toonie is a combination of the number 2 and the word loonie. So there's your $2 coin. A polar bear is on one side of the toonie. All coins have the value of the coin and a portrait of Queen Elizabeth on the back. 1 Canadian dollar is worth about 96 US cents. So something in the US that costs $1 would cost $1.05 in Canada. And here is a picture of the Canadian currency. You can see it's very easy to see because it's all different colors. And here is the coin. So here is the loonie, and here is the toonie, and here is the picture of the queen. The portrait changes every few years as the queen gets older. So by looking, I can tell this is the most recent because she's the oldest in it. All right, let's turn to Mexican currency. The money used in Mexico is called the peso. Mexicans actually use a dollar sign to refer to their money. The peso was actually the first money in the world to use the dollar sign. MXN is used to tell Mexican pesos apart from other kinds of money that use the dollar sign. So they don't have MX dollar sign, they just do MXN. There are 100 centavos in 1 Mexican peso, so 100 cents in 1 peso. The centavo is represented by C or the cent sign. Mexican coins come in 5 centavo, 10 centavo, 20 centavo, and 50 centavo pieces, or 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents. There are also 1 peso, 2 peso, 5 peso, 10 peso, and 20 peso coins. That's like our dollars. The 5 centavo and 10 centavo coins are not used as much anymore. Small items are now priced in multiples of 10 centavos. So they really don't use 5 and 10 very much. Some stores actually round the total price to the nearest 50 centavos. Supermarkets ask customers to donate those cents to charities so that they can round the amount to 50 centavos or 1 peso. So they're trying to only have to use a limited amount of coins. The peso coins, or the dollar coins, have a ring of different colored metal around the outside. The $1, $2, and $5 peso coins are bronze colored in the middle with a ring of silver. The 10, 20, and $50 peso coins are silver in the middle with a bronze colored ring. So the more expensive ones are silver in the middle and the least are bronze. Mexican bills come in 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, and 1,000 pesos. The bills are different colors and different lengths to make them easier to tell apart. The 20 peso bill is the shortest, and the 1,000 peso bill is the longest. So the more money you go up, the longer the bill. Mexican bills have a raised pattern of dashed lines along one side to help visually impaired people tell the bills apart. The bills are also made out of polymer, like Canada, and have pictures of famous people and places from Mexican history. 1 Mexican peso is worth about 8 United States cents. That means that something that costs $1 in the United States would cost 13 pesos in Mexico. Something that costs 8 cents in the United States would cost 1 peso in Mexico. Here are the pictures of the Mexican currency. So you can see the different lengths and the colors of their bills. And then here are their pesos. So these are the cheaper pesos, 20, 50, and then 1, 2, and then the more expensive ones, the 50, the 10, and the 20. All right, let's talk about Caribbean currency. The Caribbean is made up of different countries. So the Caribbean has many kinds of currencies. The Caribbean is a bunch of islands, and each island is owned by a different country. Bermuda and Jamaica have their own kinds of dollar. The money used in Haiti is called the gourd. The currency in the Dominican Republic is the Dominican peso, and Cuba uses the Cuban peso. So they do not have consistency in the Caribbean. Islands that are territories of other countries use the currency of the nations that own them. The countries that belong to the United Kingdom and France use what's called the euro. The countries owned by the Netherlands use the florin. The countries that are part of the United States use the US dollar. The US dollar, which is what we use, is accepted almost everywhere in the Caribbean, even on the islands that use other forms of money. So if you were to visit the Caribbean and you had US dollars, you could pretty much buy anything you needed to on any island. A group of 8 of the independent Caribbean countries agreed to use the same form of money called the East Caribbean dollar. The dollar sign is used to refer to East Caribbean dollars, or EC for East Caribbean, or XCD for East Caribbean dollars, is used to distinguish the East Caribbean dollar from the dollars of other countries. The East Caribbean dollar is divided into 100 cents. East Caribbean coins come in 1, 2, 5, 10, and 25 cents, and $1. The coins have either a design of 2 crossed palm branches or a boat on the back. The 1 cent and 10 cent coins are the same size. but the 10-cent coin is twice as heavy as the 1-cent coin, so it weighs more. The 5-cent and 25-cent coins are the same size, but the 25-cent coin is 4 times heavier. So you can use weight to help you tell them apart. East Caribbean dollar bills come in $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100. The colorful bills show Queen Elizabeth, a sea turtle, and a fish on the front. So they have Queen Elizabeth on them. The back of the bill shows its value. When the bill was made and the words East Caribbean States, the dollars have a pattern of dots on the corner to help visually impaired people tell the bills apart. 1 East Caribbean dollar is worth about 37 US cents. And here are some pictures of the East Caribbean monies. So they all have a picture of Queen Elizabeth on the front and their dollar amounts, and then here are the coins. All right, I will see you back again for our after questions from our lesson.